something weird just happened. I'm not exactly in the middle of nowhere, but I'm one of maybe 4 people in this area, and 2 men just walked past me, climbed over the stile there into the field to walk that way. Talking about AI. You can't go away from it, can you? Like, I've hiked out into the greenery of the British countryside, and I'm still hearing about AI. This is a problem. Don't you think? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to use it. That's just not what I do. There's no part of my music making creative process that I want to fast track. I'm not looking for a cheat code. I'm not trying to outsource that to anybody else. Making stuff is fun. Making stuff is challenging. Making stuff is supposed to be challenging. I just want to make an apology to everyone who I just affected with my actions. It was sunny before I put these glasses on. It was turning out to be a really nice day, and look now. It's gone. It's all gone. Sorry, Derbyshire. Can you hear that? Clopping. Go with me on this. But as I walk along this road here, quickly getting out of the way of that giant puddle in case a car comes, as I walk along here next to all of this nature, I started thinking about myself as being a forager. You know, foragers go out into nature and pick berries and stuff. Maybe I'm foraging for pictures and video and experiences. Maybe we all are. Maybe I'm very wise, maybe not. I'm foraging. Foraging for beauty. There's some over here. The whole AI thing is something I have almost completely ignored. Certainly in my life as a musician, as a songwriter, as someone who crafts ideas that come from my brain, from my life experience, from things I've read, from all sorts of places. Ideas that start in here, that I then develop and craft into something meaningful to me that I can share with you. AI has absolutely no place in my creative process, and so I've been ignoring it. I've at times got frustrated and wanted to talk about it here, and then kind of run out of energy for it and thought, why even reference it? Like it seemed like it would be a stronger statement to never mention it. And I was happy with that plan. Until a few weeks ago, when 2 people on the same day, and that's weird, isn't it? But 2 people on the same day, separately, asked me, is my music created with AI? Like it's something that I have to disprove, rather than something new that is a niche thing people are using. I'm not annoyed with the people who ask me. That's fair enough. I look at illustrations now with a much more critical eye, because that's the kind of stuff I feel that could be made with AI a lot easier than a song. But while I've been ignoring AI music, it's been creeping up, hasn't it? I don't hire people to make music for me, and I don't want AI to make music for me. I don't want AI to write my emails. I don't want AI to write my blog posts. You may have different opinions. That's fine. I'm sure there are some genuinely useful things it can do, but making stuff is fun. Making stuff is challenging. Making stuff is supposed to be challenging. I would rather hear imperfect music that has a meaning to it, that is what someone wanted to make with their own brain. I would rather see artwork imperfectly drawn, cobbled together, daubs on a page, made by a person who is trying to say something. I've always been that way, and I will always be that way with my own work. All of my album artwork that hasn't been made by me, I have hired and paid illustrators to make for me. And I wonder, if I released Exotic Monsters now, would people assume that the artwork was made by AI? Well, it wasn't. It was made by Alex Tilbrook, an incredible illustrator. Would people think the House of Stories artwork was made by AI? Maybe, but it wasn't. It was made by Jessica Wilde, an incredibly talented illustrator. My parents recently cleared out my grand's house after she died last May. And it's now someone else's house, which is a pretty weird feeling, but that's another whole other story. And as part of that, I was offered several objects that were treasures of my gran, and some of them were made by my granddad, Chris, who I only knew when I was a little girl, as he died in 1990. He is the one who gave me my first typewriter, kicking off the collection. And I always knew about him that he was someone who made things. He was very handy and very crafty. And it was only last month that I realised how crafty when I was offered all manner of wooden bowls, lamps, and I have a little goblet made out of wood that he had made. And it made me think about the AI thing. Wouldn't you rather make something with your own hands that might take a long time to get how you want? It might be a lifetime of working at something to create this thing. And maybe only you care about it, but you get to feel that rush of satisfaction, not only when you finish the thing, but at every step along the way when you progress. That's how I feel about making music. Every time I write a new song, every time the puzzle pieces fit into place, lyrics and melody and production. Yes, every time I finish a song, but also at each stage along the way when something new is revealed to me by the actions that I just took. That is the kind of feeling you cannot replicate when you say, I just wrote 20 songs using Suno. Because let me break the bad news to you, friend. You wrote nothing.
I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. But I know we're held together.
People who are writing songs with AI are letting something else, and not just something, not one thing, an aggregate of everything else, decide their next move. That doesn't sit well with me. I decide my next move. I decide which sound to use in the synthesizer part for the chorus of the song I'm working on. I decide. No one else. No other human, and certainly not an aggregate of everyone else's opinions in the world. Whew. There's certain music that existed way before AI that I would have described as vanilla nothingness. That's the kind of music I don't want to make. It's neither here nor there. It's so inoffensive it could just pass you by. It's just not my thing. And I feel like because there's a lot of that stuff in the world, and because these tools are aggregating all of that together in a big mush, surely nothing interesting is going to come out. So aside from the fact that I want to decide my next move, not hand that over to anyone else, human or not human, I just don't think it's going to be any good. No emotion is exchanged. No frequencies are made. And when I play a guitar string, my finger is on a string, there's pressure, the air is moving in a room. Like something happened. And I'm an artist. I want to make things happen. I want to create. I want to make a difference in my own world, potentially in the worlds of others, but primarily in the world that I'm living in. This is my world. I did something today. I played a chord. I recorded a melody. I wrote some words down that only I could have done at that time, in that place, with my experience, with my personality, with my priorities, with the things I've read, listened to, and created before. So honestly, fuck AI music. Come on. Don't call it music. It's a bunch of sounds. Tell me in the comments if I'm completely wrong. If you as a music fan would prefer to listen to stuff made by AI than people. If you would prefer, as a creator of music, to hand all of those decisions over to AI. Tell me if you would genuinely prefer that, and tell me why. I'm not willing to use it myself, but I'm willing to understand other viewpoints, because right now I'm so baffled. Tell me why I can come out into the quiet countryside on a Thursday morning in April in the UK and overhear a conversation about AI in a field. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. What does make sense to me is introducing you to my music. My name is Laura. I make music as Penfriend. I've previously made music under the names She Makes War and Obey Robots, and it's all part of a back catalogue of albums I've been creating and sharing on the internet since 2010. I've put a link in the description box below to a free album of 12 songs from across my back catalogue that I would just love you to have. I also have a shop full of vinyl, CDs, t-shirts, hoodies, what else? Books, and kit albums. If you're interested in interesting and new ways to experience music, you might enjoy checking out what a kit album is. Someone's actually coming now, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you in another video. And finally, if you have any great walks near you, I want to hear about them, because Walky Talky continues. See you soon.
I can feel the storm.